Today we're going to be making jelly with a selection of unique Irish heritage apple varieties. I picked these up on a recent visit to the Irish Seed Savers, an environmental non-profit in County Clare that's home to hundreds of our native apple trees and heirloom seeds. The video from my time there is linked in the description below. You'll also find a link to a written version of this recipe with step-by-step instructions. Let's get started. We're starting with 2.5 kilos of apples. This will give you at least 4 medium-sized jars of jelly. You can use windfall apples, the ones that typically drop from the tree early. Just discard any bruised parts. You can also use crab or cooking apples. One of the varieties I have here is really special. It's called Belvedere House, due to its provenance, the estate in Westmeath that dates back to 1740. It's also known as the love apple because when you cut it open, you can see a bright pink hue. It's perfect for jelly due to its vibrant colour and high levels of pectin. Give them a wash and cut them into chunks. You don't have to remove the skin, core or seeds. I'm adding these to a big pot with 2.5 litres of water in it. I'm adding the peel from 2 lemons, being careful not to go down to the bitter white pith. Save the rest of the lemons for later. I also have some aromatics in there, so 1 cinnamon stick, 2 star anise and a few cloves. That's going on to a controlled boil to cook down for approximately 1 hour until the whole thing is just pulp. Be sure to give it a stir from time to time to avoid sticking or scorching. The next step involves separating the juice from the pulp by allowing the mixture to hang overnight in a jelly bag. If you have a preserving pan, drip it straight over that, as we'll be using that for the next step. Otherwise, just use a pot. In place of the jelly bag, you can use a large colander or sieve and some muslin, or a fine meshed cloth. Don't press into it, just allow gravity to do its job. Fill the bag and a beautiful liquid will stream through. The pectin has been extracted, and this will help ensure the jelly will set. I usually cover the entire thing with a large sheet of cheesecloth or a towel to keep it safe from dust or flies. And the next day we're left with the juice that will be the base of our jelly. At this stage I'm sterilising a selection of jars. I add them to boiling water for a few minutes before taking them out and drying them in a low oven. Be careful not to contaminate the inside of them with your hands at any stage. I usually just use tongs. I'm also adding the sugar to the oven now. To find the exact amount that you'll need, measure the juice and allow 400 grams of sugar for every 600 milliliters of liquid. Heating the sugar helps in a few ways. It speeds up cooking time and allows it to incorporate faster, which leads to a fresher taste, a more vibrant colour and a more even consistency. Squeeze the 2 lemons through a sieve and into the juice and put it on the heat. Bring it to a boil and add the warm sugar. Stir over a gentle heat until the sugar has dissolved, and then increase it and boil rapidly, uncovered without stirring for about 15 minutes. You'll likely get some foam developing on the top. This is normal, so just skim it off and keep cooking. The best way to check if your jelly is ready is to place a small saucer in the freezer. Add a spoon of it to the plate and wait a moment or two before giving it a push. If it wrinkles and firms up, then you know you're good to go. If it isn't ready yet, just return it to the heat and keep boiling. And that's it. The last step is canning the jelly. A wide-mouthed funnel and a large ladle will make your life a lot easier. Fill the jars and make sure they're properly closed. I like to turn them over while still hot, and this creates a really good seal. You'll be able to identify the lid popping inwards when it's done properly. If stored correctly, they should last a good few months. This jelly goes great with so many things. You can have it with porridge or oats, on bread or in desserts, but my favourite thing to do is to have it with some cheese. Here I have some delicious Cashel Blue from County Tipperary. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to the channel. You'll find lots more recipes at leviathanfood.com.